You're going to find the relics laid out on 15 blue tables and 2 gold ones. Whatever is on the blue tables, you may pick up. You may bless yourselves with the relics, touch your holy objects to them, pictures of your friends and family members as a means of intercession, no problem. The only thing I ask is that the relics on the 2 gold tables that you not pick up. They're very heavy and very fragile, and I'm worried that they may fall and get damaged. You may touch them. You may touch anything in the room next door, but I would just ask you to refrain from picking up what is on the 2 gold tables. Of everything I've told you here today, what I'm going to say right now is probably the most important. There's going to be one saint next door that is going to reach out and communicate with you in a personal way. There's going to be one saint that is going to say to you, I want to be your friend. Your job today, the reason why you're here, and frankly the reason why I've come here, is for you to find your saint. Now, how will you know who is trying to befriend you? Well, I don't know, so please don't come and ask me. But what I can do is describe to you what you need to do to perceive that communication. Just as God is not a bully, just as he is a perfect gentleman, the same realities apply to his saints. No saint is going to force himself or herself upon you unwanted or undesired. So how do you perceive that communication? I started off my talk with a discussion of handcuffs. If you perceive within your heart any one of these handcuffs, you need to make a decision that you're going to get rid of them before you even exit the church to go to the hall. If you wish to get anything out of tonight, make a decision that you're going to get rid of your handcuffs. Next, as you make your way over next door, begin with a prayer to this as yet unknown saint of yours. There's no right or wrong way to say such a prayer as long as it comes from the heart, but it might sound something like this. I don't know who you are, but I welcome your offer of friendship and I accept it. Speak to me loudly and clearly so that I may perceive who you are. Next, be attentive to what you experience as you go around visiting the relics. Some people describe experiencing something extraordinary. Many people have told me when they've picked a relic up, it's emitted a heat into their hand, an intense heat, whereas the next person may pick up the same reliquary and it is cool to the touch. Others hear something. Many people, especially children, have told me when they stood in front of one relic that they've heard church bells ringing or heard a very sweet singing, but that they've heard these things not so much with their ears, but somehow inside them. Others smell something. Most people, though, have a less sensory experience, less an experience involving the senses, but one more involving the heart. For example, they stand in front of one relic and they know they're standing in front of something very, very holy. And still others, it's a detail or fact about the life of the saint printed on the card that accompanies each relic that just strikes a chord or a resonance. What you're looking for is which saint touches you the most deeply. For which saint do you find a love or an affection, a connection that is new and that is easy? That is that saint's way of saying, I'm choosing you. Remember who that saint is. Include that saint in your prayer life every day, because that saint will intercede for you in front of the throne of God in heaven until one day, God willing, you meet one another face to face in glory. If you receive a healing either today or in this next week, I'd better hear about it. And you know that scripture where God heals the 10 lepers? Remember that scripture? How many came back and thanked him? One. Now, I don't need your thanks because it's not me doing anything, but it gives glory to God to know what he is doing with this ministry. You're sharing with me what he has done with you, enables me in turn to share with others, just like I've shared with you what he has done with others. As you make your way over into the hall, you're going to pass by a table that has reflection sheets on it. Take a sheet home with you. If a healing manifests itself, please fill out that sheet and mail it in to me. My address is printed on it. Even if you don't receive a healing, maybe you don't need a healing, but you'd like to share your experience here today, feel free to send me your sheet. You'll also find next door on that same table a listing of all the saints that are here, which you're welcome to have, and you'll find a copy of my card. My card has my ministry's website printed on it, treasuresofthechurch.com. I'm going to be in Michigan until June 24th. There are 2 more expositions. One of them is tomorrow at St. Thomas Church. If you wish to see where the times and locations are, visit that website and you'll see a listing of the times and places.